What is the ugliest fashion that is trending right now but no one talks about, and why? Story 1. This is a trend that actually is discussed, but needs to be talked about more. Same face plastic surgery, fillers, same extreme fox eye, same thin, non-existent nose, same bloated lips, same protruding cheekbones. It looks like a sea of uncanny valley people, and I'm having trouble telling them apart. Story 2. I feel like every generation has weird, ugly trends. Sometimes it's a rebellion thing. Sometimes it's just a result of playing around with new looks. Sometimes it's just taking a pre-existing trend to its logical extreme. The main issue with 2010s and 2020s fashion is the proliferation of fast fashion. Every trend lasts 2 years top, and even if you don't follow trends, clothes fall apart so quickly you'll have to toss them out in 2 years anyway. At this point, it's not even just the known fast fashion retailers either. Even standard retailers who used to make decent clothes have found they can make way more money this way. Story 3. Sneakers with comically oversized outsoles. Vans and Converse are making these, and I just don't get it. Also, some of the early 20s kids I know are bringing back gigantic jeans, like Jenko Big. Good for them. It's cute they make fun of my slim fit, and I'm like, dude, I was wearing thrift store girl pants and belly shirts at your age, trying so hard to look like I could be in Train Spotting. We all have our dumb shit. I think it's fun. Story 4. Those stupid-looking, oversized, bulky, weirdly shaped, squishy, misshapen trainers, sneakers, that young people wear, which are usually by high-end brands, and are quite pricey. They just look moronic, unattractive, and too large, and are like an attempt at futuristic, artsy new shapes that haven't worked out. Story 5. Women, shorts that are curved so the butt cheeks start to appear. It's attention-grabbing, but it's so uncomfortable to see that division where the leg ends and the butt begins. Also, fake nails, especially long ones or thick ones that look like chiclets. Men, I don't understand the tall socks with what I call lazy slip sandals. It's like you're walking around as though a game might break out. Constantly wearing hoods. I mean all day in every situation. Okay, I'm done. I'll go back inside and watch my stories. Story 6. I recently started looking into becoming a teaching assistant in primary schools. I'm a colored hair, tartan jeans, docs, and graphic tee kind of girl, so I started looking into the fashion of teachers and teaching assistants for a UK summer. I'm sure I can adjust with my personal style later, but I wanted to err on the side of caution since I didn't want to be caught short. I'd already been told no jeans, spaghetti straps, or logos. Shapeless potato sack dresses and jumpsuits. Long, again shapeless. Maxi dresses with really huge floral patterns that look like my grandma's old curtains. Wide-legged trousers that come up to just under the ribs with enormous buttons, paired with half-untucked, throat-high floral blouses with big bell sleeves. Boho-looking lacy shit that I feel like I'd get dirty breathing too near. Greek-style gladiator sandals with dirty fake tan-covered feet sticking out. And so much beige and khaki green and brown. Even florals are often in the most desaturated tones possible. It's so depressing and dull. How am I the alternative goth one when my wardrobe has much louder and more punchy colors? Story 7. I was driving to my parents' house one morning and noticed 7 middle schooler boys walking to school. Why are 70s male gym short shorts making a comeback? Honestly, I hate most trends. Baggy sweatpants in public? Nope. Jean on jean? Nope. Crocs? No. Socks with sandals? Yuck. Fake eyelashes? Ew. Mom jeans? No thanks. Maybe it's just me, though. I also hate this, I want to dress like I don't care, but really I do, so I'm trying to look like I don't care trend. I could just very well be a hater, though. Story 8. No one talks about how unflattering, low-waisted jeans look on most people. I only see people on the internet looking good, but in person it's muffin top galore. I get that they're trendy, but please, just wear cuts that flatter your body and don't give you a tweaker build illusion. Story 9. The complete lack of color in architecture and home decor. Everything now is black, white, or various shades of gray. Even terracotta used to be a readily available color in tile because of its popularity in Southwestern themes, but I haven't seen it in the stores in years. In the early 2000s, we had reds, blues, greens, and yellows in many variations, patterns, and styles. I've been hoping for a comeback as a backlash against clay gray aesthetics for years, but no. In hot climates, we have people painting their houses black of all things. The heat load must horrific, what I wouldn't do for a splash of color. Story 10. The prevalence of tattoos. Not ugly, but I worry that a lot of people are going to really regret them later. Yeah, they look cool, but people need to realize they are part of a trend right now and that trends change. Having an easily coverable one is no big deal, but I fear lots of people are going to regret tats done to faces, necks, hands, forearms, etc. I could see society taking a more conservative shift, or more likely, tattoos being seen as a mark of the uncool older generations. In 2050, the young folks might look at tats the way we look at boomer fashion or ridiculous 80s stuff now. At least clothes and hair can be changed. I fear for all the young people permanently scarring their body just to keep up with a recent trend. You don't need to do that to be beautiful. Disclaimer, I have a few tats. Story 11. Lips full of filler and women and men looking like trouts. Also, nose jobs. It will always look unless it's a very minor correction. You can't mess around with your eyes, nose, or mouth. When you do, your face looks out of balance. Also the Kim Kardashian fake asses. If you're born with one, you spend your life hiding it. Now there are some huge and unnatural looking walking around. It's ridiculous. Story 12. Buccal fat removal. It has gotten popular lately, specifically among female actors. If you don't know what it is, it's a procedure where fat is removed from the lower cheeks. I think it's supposed to make your jawline look more defined, but it just makes you look like a skeleton in my opinion. It essentially removes the part of your face that makes you look youthful. It's like getting plastic surgery to give yourself wrinkles. It doesn't make any sense, and normally it's something people specifically want to avoid happening. I just think it's very bizarre. Celebrities that have gotten buccal fat removal include Anya Taylor-Joy, Kim, and Khloe Kardashian and Cardi B. I think all of them looked better before Lowell. Story 13. It's often memed on, so it is talked of. But fucking hell, those soy bros wearing fucking loafers with ill-fitted chinos stolen from a teenager. Also, the UK's epidemic of chavs with those tiny crossbody bags that are absolutely only ever used to store their drugs in, and the balaclava wearing tossers. All three just need to stop existing. Story 14. Caking on layers upon layers of makeup. Primer, concealer, foundation, contour, powder, highlighter, blush, eyeshadow, mascara, or huge lashes, lip liner, eyeliner, lipstick, bronzer, finishing spray. I'm sure I've forgotten many other things, but whatever happened to just using a little to highlight your natural features and cover some pimples? Since when did makeup become about completely hiding our entire face? Story 15. Fashion is BS. And I remain forever apathetic about it. But the one previous trend, and I still see these, is those tight-at-the-ankles ankle-biter pants that looked good on absolutely no one of any body type and served only to make your feet look big. A close second is white, athletic shoes, especially any shoes with white soles. Those work only if you only wear them on carpet at all times and/or are a rich rapper with a closet full of them and only wear them out into the real world once before replacing them. Story 16. I thought of another one. This is pretty controversial, but the Instagram uniform, the high-waisted ripped jeans, singlet crop top in white, chunky gold jewelry, white sneakers, and a slick back bun, all from Zara or the likes of. It's not bad to look at, but it immediately tells me, A, you spend way too much time on TikTok as a woman in her mid-20s. B, you're basic with no personality or original thoughts. I know that's super mean, but I've never met anyone who's broken the stereotype for me. Story 17. I don't know if this counts as fashion, but I hate how greasy everyone looks now. LOL, I should say, specifically on social media. I don't want to name any names because I feel like that's kind of shitty, but so many beauty gurus and skincare enthusiasts have a sheen of grease on their face now, or at least it looks like that to me. And they call it dewy skin. But I think it just looks like you took a handful of canola oil or baby oil and rubbed it all over your face. LL. Story 18. Hugely high platform shoes that make their wearers look like Minnie Mouse. They were ugly and dangerous in the 1970s when they were born, and they still are. The persistent fashion of girls wearing kimonos and most jackets, as though they are half falling off. I don't get it, and it can't be fun having one permanently freezing shoulder. Story 19. My personal opinion is those low-cut jeans, low-cut anything. I hate wearing them because it's so uncomfortable and I feel like I'm going to flash my private parts if I walk around. I also think it looks odd, like elongates the upper body and shortens the kegs. But I respect those who have a different taste than me, and I think it's for the better that not everyone likes the same things. Story 20. In Germany, especially in the techno scene, things like a mullet, for both sexes BTW, maximum stupid-looking sunglasses, Schnelle Brillen, bell-bottoms, flame prints on jackets/hoodies/shoes, and the whole 90s style is back. Emo, this whole style just looks maximum shit, like someone fell into his grandma's closet and fell backward out of the Berghain. Story 21. This is personal preference, but the Dino Stomper shoes, Chunky soles look like orthopedic devices. And I hate the square toe heel/sandal trend. Popular ones, overdone filler, buckle fat removal. As a strong-jawed lady, RIP ever wearing a slick high bun to those who've gotten it. Bike shorts as fashion can die in a fire. And plus-sized wide-leg pants that hit above the ankle are hideous. Story 22. I hate the giant granny glasses trend. I have a small face, and it's fucking impossible to find good frames anymore. My favorite frames were from the mid to late 00s, like they were cute, small, oval, thin plastic frames that fit my face perfectly. Apparently, they don't exist anymore. Story 23. The shorts and leggings designed to go right up in the ass crack and show absolutely everything in fine detail. I 100% believe in and will fight for people to be allowed to wear whatever the hell they like, but I am wildly uncomfortable seeing someone's entire bum, sanitary pad, or vulva when I'm out buying milk, especially since the trend seems most popular in young teen and tween girls. It's not about modesty. I don't gaff about that. I just don't want to be intimately acquainted with the genitals of children. Story 24 perms. My son got one and he looked incredibly stupid, but I seemed to be the only one who thought so I kept it to myself. Why teenage boys these days want to look either like Golden Girls or Edgar's is too hard for me to understand. I'm okay with being too old to get these trends. Story 25 veneers. It's crazy once you start noticing that everyone Jan Hollywood has perfect teeth that are blindingly white. Sometimes I watch German TV and it's refreshing to see the celebrities there with normal, unique smiles that aren't super white. You just can't unsee it once you start noticing the sameness. There's beauty in the imperfection. Story 26. Destroying unique traits to look like everyone else. The most unattractive thing to me is the copy and paste social media model look. People think unique traits make them ugly, but I honestly believe it makes them the most beautiful, especially if they are confident about it. Story 27. In Thailand, there has been a huge trend of girls who operate their chin to make it witch spiky, their eyes to resemble vampire-like eyes, and the worst of it, they make the middle part of the upper lip like a big lump. It's ugly as it gets, and I have no idea why they do it. It's all around TikTok and media. Girls look like they got a giant herpes on the lip. Just type on Google Thailand lip upper or Thailand chin plastic surgery or something similar and you'll see. Story 28. Ugly light brown and white checked tops over orangish red paisley-patterned pants that are high-waisted, clearly emphasizing the pooched-out stomach. I am not fat-shaming. I have a pooched-out stomach, mom of 2 giant sons, and I am 66 years old. We get a bit thick-waisted. However, I would never ever pair 2 ugly combinations of colors with 2 different design patterns, plus overemphasize my thick waist. And the women/persons doing this are in their 20s. I don't understand it, except as some kind of statement of, here's how awful I can dress and look. Find me attractive anyway, asshole. Story 29. I'm 39, and I remember the shit that was popular when I was a teen. Teens look dumb, no matter what generation. But God, I cannot handle fucking microbangs. Ugliest shit I have ever seen in my life on every person I've ever seen have them. Do you have a normal forehead, but for some reason want to provide the illusion of an enormous forehead? Microbangs are the answer. Story 30. The dumb extra ripped jeans where the whole front of the leg is exposed. I can't stand it. And the shorts the young girls wear that show their cheeks. I'm no prude, but good God, I really don't want to see butt cheeks hanging out everywhere. Go to the grocery store, butt cheeks, getting coffee, butt cheeks. Walking around literally everywhere in the summer, butt cheeks, I just can't. It's like a sad cry for attention, and it just doesn't look good on the majority. Story 31. I'm not a fan of visible crew socks with shorts. It'd be one thing if they were like patterned or had lace or something, but the plain white crew socks just remind me of the athletic kids' form school and not in a stylish way. I don't care if ankle socks make me look non-trendy and old. I'm not wearing something I think looks ugly just to look like I'm part of the younger crowd. Story 32. I was a teen/20s in the 90s, and the really high-waisted mom jeans are just not flattering on anyone. I get the utility now that I'm well past my teens and jazzed about their girdle effect. But of all the styles to bring back, this is like the third from the bottom. The absolute bottom are the super low-waisted pants from the early 00s you could wear to your GYN appointment without taking off. I'm a late 40s and WFH, so I wear joggers and t-shirts, and I rarely see humans in person, so I'm not in the know. I regularly think of how I'd be an embarrassment to my non-existent kids. Story 33. I hated guys wearing baggy pants, often no proper belt, and wearing those pants so low you could see most of their underwear. Those who thought it looked cool or sexy probably stop only if they knew its origin. Honest to God, it started by certain guys in prison who were advertising that their ass was for sale or available for the right price. Story 34. Stanley Cups always have and always do look like shit. Like Simon, there's a billion flasks, canteens, and regular water bottles that all look infinitely better. Not to mention how they can be attached to a belt, pocket, or on a sling. And the few people that collect every color of the Stanley Cups just baffle me more. And why don't they have any sort of visual pattern/image other than slightly desaturated color? There's a billion ways to make a water bottle look cool, so why just flat colors with a logo? And then there's the damn handle, which serves to make the cup look goofier. They just make no sense to me. Story 35, sock sandals/Crocs combo. Crocs, in particular, have seen a resurgence due to their comfort and quirky appeal. Their combo W socks can look awkward and clash with many outfits. Crocs often breaks the smooth line of the leg, resulting in a visually jarring appearance. Additionally, it gives off a lazy or overly casual vibe, detracting from an otherwise put-together look. Story 36. I'm very disappointed to see neon colors coming back. There's a reason they're good for safety vests. It's the visual equivalent of playing loud talk radio in public indoor spaces. Large fluorescent items don't look good but demand attention. There's no other fashion choice I can think of that makes other people's clothes appear worse, but neon colors dull the entire surrounding visual landscape. It's so distracting. I wish they'd stayed dead in 2011. Story 37. Short inseams on pants. To start, I went to high school in the 90s. Jeans were long and schlumpy and always got destroyed on the back of the cuff because you walked on them. So I'm biased because having your pants too short made you subject for ridicule. Also, I'm tall, so I need longer lengths anyway. But pant trends in recent years have been intentionally short, and it looks so dumb to me. Like, why do you want your cuff hovering over the top of your foot? It looks like they shrunk in the wash or you're wearing someone else's clothes. It's so strange to me. I'm grateful for brands they make long, tall, or include the actual measurements in the description. Story 38. Too many to name for me, but certainly caterpillar eyelashes and fingernails that would even destroy a true raptor bird of prey in the wild, whom you would not want to be around with anything less than a leather welder's glove. Of course, those skater skirts on adult women, which made them look like they were trying to harken back to their adolescence, didn't look great either. But I think that trend has now passed. Many females seem easily manipulated by the fashion industry and TikTok, though, until they gain an identity.